Hi everyone, and welcome to my art journal prompt. It's been a while since I've done this, but I just haven't felt up to it. But I've been itching to get down here to do something in my art journal. So I am going to. I've been doing a lot of actual journaling, like writing in here. You can see, but it's not the same. And I drew a picture of myself with all my symptoms, and I made it kind of funny. So, now I'm going to start on an art journal page. And what inspired me to do this page, I'll try and insert the picture here if I can. My computer acts funny sometimes, but it won't let me. But in the event that I can't, I will show you. I'm just going to take it out of my ear. I got these beautiful earrings. See if it'll focus. And ever since I've got them, I've been wearing them every single day. I love them. It makes me focus on that. I had also ordered a t-shirt from them, which I love. I just love their stuff. They're so, they just speak to whatever moment you're in. And I just thought, what a fantastic art journal prompt that would be. Trust your journey. So, to get started, I have taken some text. I had a whole bunch of loose text like this just inside. I must have used it for another project. So I'm just going to cover up this entire background. I usually work on my background separate than glue it in, but because I'm gluing these on top, and I don't want any of this blue to seep through, so like a piece like that where there's blue ink, I'm just going to cover the whole thing up with text, like so, until the whole thing is covered. Now I find when I remember someone had said to me, actually this was when my father had passed away, and she was talking about grief, because joy and sadness are part of our journey, unfortunately and fortunately, because you know what, a person wouldn't know true joy if they've never experienced true sadness. And so she had said to me, grief or pain or anything you're going through that is difficult, relationship breakup, anything, in order to get to the other side, you have to walk over think of something very painful, like hot coals. It will hurt. It will be extremely difficult, but you will make it through your journey, and you will make it to the other side. And then once you're on the other side, you're able to say to someone else, come on through, encourage them, inspire them. You can make this journey. You can do it too. And me being on the almost inside of me being almost on the finish of my brain surgery, the scariest part anyway, the actual surgery, and that takes a lot of trust, to trust the journey, trust that hopefully the procedure has worked. So far so good, fingers crossed, you know, all of that kind of thing. When you're in a rough spot, sometimes we just get frozen in fear. You know, we just don't know what to do. We're so scared. But just trust that you're on the right place on your journey. Like the universe unfolds the way it's supposed to unfold. And we need to pay attention, whether it's severe illness. You talk to anybody that's gone through severe illness or anything on a severe level, and they always are more introspective and have a little bit more depth than they had before the experience happened. And that's what life is all about trusting the journey, trusting your story, your journey. Everyone's is different. So I'm just going to continue collaging, and there's no rhyme, no reason to this. I'm just, you know, tearing little bits and pieces out until this is all covered, and then I'm going to trim up the edges. So I've got my entire page covered. So what I'm going to do is take a pencil just to give me just a semblance of a road. So I'm just going to start here and just kind of mark my kind of road just roughly. And go over there and maybe about here. Like my nice little windy road. Okay, so you can probably, can't really see it, but I can see it. It's just a little gauge for me. So up on the top here, I am going to spray, let me cut this, tear this in half. I'm just using a piece of computer paper. I don't want to get the spray on the road or on the bottom half. So for on the top half, I'm going to be using Delusion's Calypso Teal, just up here. Just kind of just so the background of it is a blue. Oopsie. Just as a base, it's going to be my sky. And then I'm going to just take a baby wipe over here and just kind of dab it in a little bit. I don't want it to drip or anything. I just want it to be my sky. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom with green paint. There we go. This is just a bit of a background. So I will, where's my road end? So hard to see. There it is. And I'll just do, actually I want my road a little wider. There we go. And then this is just kind of like a basic. These colors are so vibrant and beautiful. And do the same thing. I think I'll get another baby wipe. And see that? I don't know if you can even see if I'm on camera. There, you can see the two colors. And I will just dab that away too. I just don't want it running into my road. There we go. How cool is that? That worked out very well. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some paint, some sky blue paint and white. And I'm just going to take a palette knife and smoosh it in, just add a little bit more texture up here. And I'm going to do the same with this paint. It's called Citron and white. And this one is just called Pale Blue. And I'm using Liquitex white acrylic just to kind of lighten up the sky a tiny little bit. I'm using my matte, craft matte, as my palette. I'll just put a little bit of white in there. And I'm going to use my paddle, you know, these silicone paddle things. I'm just going to mix it up a bit. I don't want to lose the white. I don't want it just to be blue. Now I'm going to bring my art journal back. And I'm just going to kind of go over it. It's just to give it a little bit more texture. Because the collage paper underneath has texture, and then as you keep adding, you keep building and adding more and more kind of cool texture to the page. You can use this like you would one of those credit card things where you just wipe it on, you know, or just If you don't have one of these palettes, you can just use any kind of a palette knife or an old credit card, anything like that. So it gives it that bit of a palette knife look. Looks like you really did some oil painting, you know. And the reason I did the blue behind, again, just for some depth and some layers. There we go. And then as I'm going to do the bottom green, and then as I get these more defined, I can really draw my road in. And see here, I had it here. I might make it a little bit more green. And then I have a definite road. So you can see I don't know if you can see the texture, but it is so cool. I'll show you a better picture later. But it's almost like raised up. It looks really cool. So now I'm taking this Heidi Swapp stencil. It's got flowers and stuff in it, but I'm going to use it kind of as a cobblestone road. So what I'm going to do is again take a piece of computer paper just to protect. Actually, I'll have to tear it in half again. So I'll protect my sky, and I will protect my grass down here. And I'm going to put this down here. I'm just going to carefully spritz it with, I haven't even decided yet what color spray. I'm going to use this Mr. Huey's Classic Tan. I picked these up at Michael's a while back. And I'll start kind of high up. The nozzle isn't working that well on it, but as long as we get it in the stencils, that's all I care about. And I'll carefully lift off the stencil. Oh yeah, coolio. So we are getting that cobblestone road effect. I'm just going to have to I'm not going to use a baby wipe every time. I'm just going to wipe it off completely. And then I'll put it there, and I'll carry on and create my cobblestone road. So I think I've got my little cobblestone road. I like the way it looks. And then I have this image. I just had it stuffed. I keep my ephemera in this book. It's actually an old hardcover book. It actually says The Americans on the back. Wait a minute. On the back, you see? And then I made accordion pockets inside, and whenever I find neat ephemera or cool things, like for this particular journey thing, I've got these really neat train tokens from Janet when she takes the train in England, so to Bridlington. So I've got these. So I'm going to use one of these, and then I have this image of this bicycle, and I love it. And the image is by Anne Dillard. I don't even know what magazine it was in, but I love the image of this bike. Just love it. So I'm going to cut out the bike, and he's going to go along the road, my little bicycle. So as you can see, I have all kinds of embellishment-y things all over this page because I was just playing around. I cut out some flowers out of cork. This is cork. I got a cork paper pad by DCWV, and it's just all cork, and it goes great in the Big Shot or probably Cuttlebug. And they're different colors, and I thought they'd be fun to play with. And then I got some burlap. I saw some Recollections burlap flowers, and they were super expensive. So I just cut this out. All of them are cut out with tattered flowers, tattered florals. That's another cork piece just to stabilize it, and then that one on top. And instead of buying burlap, I went into the floral section and bought a roll like this. And I think it was about 4 something. I'm trying to find the label that I just cut off so I could show you guys. But it got lost in the, oh, here it is. Ashland burlap. It was just in the floral section of Michael's, not in the craft section. So I put back the burlap I was buying, and I got that. And then I've got, these are from the labels from the earring and my t-shirt and the Trust Your Journey. So this is their logo. So I'm going to make a little banner across the top. And this is the ticket. I tore it in half and crumpled it up. So I'm going to go ahead and distress all of this stuff and put this page together. And then I have some quotes here I want to stamp on. And Lemur Weber on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere, she does the coolest thing. She uses her Pitt pens as ink, and she brushes on them and stamps with them. Fabulous, gotta say. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of assemble this. My bike, I want it to pop, so I am putting it on a red background and then trimming around and just leaving a little edge of red, because otherwise it was getting lost on the cobblestone road. So I've added a whole bunch of elements to this page, and to finish it off, I'm just going to take my white, I love these can't even talk, these pens, Signo gel pen, and I'm just going to kind of go around some of the things like the road here, just to kind of define it a little bit. And then I'm going to go around again with my black marker, just around some of the stuff, you know, that I want to stand out, like especially this road. And even around my little tickets and flowers and stuff. Just gives it a little bit of a doodly effect, kind of, you know, and a little bit of definition. Even up here on my little pennants. And they are mounted on really high and thick foam dots. So you won't be able to see it unless you see the definition of the, you know, when I hold the book up higher. So now I'm just going to go over it again with a little bit of black Sharpie pen. And all you're really doing is accenting certain things, you know. And I didn't want to make this page about being like a tragic journey or a difficult journey, because most of the time when we are talking about trusting our journey, it's because we're on a difficult journey. And we all know that and understand that, but I just thought if I made it a little bit more whimsical, then you're trying to focus a little bit more on the end results, the positive parts of our journey. But we do have to trust. Trust. Whoopsie, I went a little crooked there. And I want to put the date on here and sign it. And then I will show it to you. I don't even know what day it is today. It is Saturday. I mean Friday. It's Good Friday. Just going to check the date out here. It is Friday the 18th. So it's April 18th. 2014. So here is my finished page about trusting your journey. So on my bicycle, I made some streamers. I just took a piece of polka dot ribbon and snipped it. This was the original ribbon, and I just snipped it and made some streamers. I put some little blingy things on the tire. You can see how it's raised up off the page. So it gives a little bit of dimension. I edged all around here with the Prima, what are these called? Chalk inks. And this one was called Dark Rust. So it's all the way around the whole page. You can see it. And here's my little flower clump with the ticket in it. So these are cork. And there's a contrasting there, burlap. And then I put a little black and white polka dot brad. You can see the ink just sketched around. And then up here are my banners that I made, and they are raised up too. And my twine, and a little cork butterfly. And then I want to read you the quotes. It says, "Hardships often prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destiny," by C.S. Lewis. Then over here it says, "Release the past, unfold the future." And the last one says, "You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens." So that is my page for today. My little bike. I'm on my life's journey. And I'm just going to continue to trust my journey, and I hope you guys will too. So I hope you enjoyed watching me create this page, and I hope you guys are art journaling along with me. And I'm sorry it's been such a long time, but I'm going to try to get back into it now that I'm feeling much, much better. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time. And for those of you that are celebrating Easter, I hope you have a wonderful Easter weekend. And for those of you celebrating Passover, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed Passover. And for those of you who don't believe either, I hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful spring. So we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.